So essentially, breathwork is anytime you're intentionally changing your breathing to change your state. So this could be a couple of breaths, it could be 3 minutes, or it could be 2 hours. If you're consciously using your breath to create a different physical or mental state, that's breathwork. Most people think that breathwork is just one thing, but it's not. I'll break it down into four main categories, and each one does something completely different. So, functional breathwork improves how you breathe every day. Daily practices change your state in the moment. Performance breathwork helps you function better under pressure. And transformational breathwork creates deeper shifts in the mind and body through longer guided sessions. I'll break each one down into more detail. So, functional breathwork. You can think of this as the foundation of all breathwork. It's basically about correcting your everyday breathing patterns. So, retraining habits like over breathing, mouth breathing, poor diaphragm function. And this addresses things like anxiety, poor sleep, HRV, heart rate variability. Most of us take about 22,000 breaths every day. And if these breaths are dysfunctional, that's going to impact my sleep, it's going to impact my stress levels, my mental health, and many other factors. So, improving how you breathe day to day can be life changing for a lot of people. You'll see positive effects across many aspects of your life. The second type of breath work is daily practices, basically breathing techniques. These are usually 5 to 20 minutes practices you can do on a daily basis. So this might be a 10-minute exercise you do in the morning, a couple minutes before a meeting, or a few minutes before bed. And there are hundreds of different breathing techniques, depending on how you want to feel, but break them down into 3 main categories. So you've got the coffee breaths, the water breaths, and the whiskey breaths. Coffee breaths increase energy and alertness. It's usually fast breathing, like Wim Hof style, good to do in the morning or before a workout. Water breaths, they help you feel balanced and focused, so good to do whilst you're at work or before a meeting. And then whiskey breaths are calming, so they slow down your heart rate. And you can use these anytime you're feeling anxious or if you want to wind down before bed. So you can choose a breathing practice based on what you need in the moment. The next type is performance breath work. Here we're teaching the mind and the body to function better under stress. It's basically exposure to stress with intent to slowly build resilience. This can include things like CO2 training, cold exposure, so ice baths, breathing exercises during exercise. So the purpose here, we learn how your body responds under pressure, and then we gradually expand what you can handle. This is useful for athletes, high performance. It's very useful for pressure-based work, on top of the functional breathing stuff. And the fourth category is transformational breath work. These are longer guided sessions, usually anywhere between 35 minutes up to 2 hours. This is probably the type you see most on social media, maybe people shaking or screaming. Not really going to get into that. There are a lot of different styles within this category, and different schools use different breathing patterns and approaches. But the intention is generally to create a lasting change in the mind and the body. Because these sessions create a significant shift in your physiology, people can sometimes experience emotions, physical sensations, memories, insights. If this is done correctly, this is a complete nervous system reset. And this is where we see the biggest shifts in perspectives, people having breakthroughs, giving up habits, reducing anxiety, reported improvements in chronic pain and other symptoms they've been dealing with for years. So breathwork is a big spectrum. You want to make sure you're choosing the right approach and the right facilitator depending on what you need.